Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. And boy, is there a lot going on. Let's try to get our heads around it here. In the spot market, we have gold surprisingly down $5, although U.S. Intervention in the Israeli-Iran war is increasing. Okay, silver up 3 cents to 37.06. In the futures market, 37.19, a little bit of a spread between spot and futures. The gold-silver ratio, I'm going to take a longer chart on this. It's at 91.03. Let's go 1 year. And, well, let's see here. Yeah, here we have second time we are approaching 90. Looks to me, just looking at this chart, like the GSR wants to break lower, which would be good for silver in comparison to gold. I think we're going to see sub 90. I don't know how or when, but obviously 103 was unsustainable, and hopefully some people traded out some of that gold for silver at the time. But I think we're going to see sub 90, just a feeling I have, not financial advice. 10-year yield is down 0.02 to 4.371, and we have FOMC interest rate decision today, as well as other economic indicators. We'll talk about that. But bond market right on the bubble here. Doesn't know if it wants to go lower or higher, and the news today will influence that. The dollar, in spite of what's going on in the world, the dollar is lower today, down 0.25% to 98.59. That's very curious that people are selling dollars, and also curious that people are not buying gold in the face of this escalating conflict. So dollar lower is, well, that's good for silver. And silver had been up over 27, I believe right now. What did I say it was? I'm sorry, 27, 37. Oh, it's still over 37, and it had been quite a bit higher than that. Could push to 37.50 today. Okay, copper price. Copper and commodities are still catching a bid. I still say copper's going back to $5. Here it is at 4.89, up 6 cents. And there is somewhat of a physical short squeeze in London. Not that much copper to go around over there, and that's creating a bit of a squeeze for copper. A matter of fact, many industrial commodities and certainly platinum and palladium are looking very positive here. Let's go back and check platinum. I always forget to do that. Platinum up $22 to $1,281. Palladium lagging up $5 to $1,053. But the platinum story, I think, has got legs. If we can get well over 1,300 and hold it, we're probably on our way to 2,000 on platinum. And why is that? Because gold has made the majority of its move. Where the heck is gold? What in the world? Is this gold? Doesn't even say it's gold. Oh, there it is, live spot gold. Gold has made the majority of its move, and yes, it could move to $4,000. But, here we have a pretty major conflict breaking out. And gold, went to 3,400, but doesn't seem to want to go much higher at the moment. And then that is also predicated on what happens at the FOMC meeting. Silver, on the other hand, is a commodity and a precious metal. And commodities, people are turning to physical assets and certainly looking for copper, platinum, anything that can retain value. All right, let's keep going to the economic calendar, and today is Wednesday. We have housing starts at 8:30 Eastern, building permits, initial jobless claims at 8:30 Eastern, and I'd say 3 out of 4 times silver at least, and usually silver and gold will rally into an initial jobless claims report. That's happening again. What happens after initial jobless claims? Well, that depends. If they continue to spike, then FOMC will have more reason to reduce rates. Probably not today. Nobody thinks they're going to do anything today, but they could jawbone it a half hour later. So we're going to have 3 events that are going to move the market today. We're going to have the initial jobless claims in about 14 minutes. Then at 2 p.m. Eastern, we'll have the non-event, probably the FOMC interest rate decision to keep rates flat. The entire Federal Reserve, they're all confused at where we are right now. And their level of uncertainty is really at a high. So when they don't know what to do, they'll probably stand pat. But then at 2:30, Powell will do some jawboning, and that will move the market. So we have several ways this market could go today. It actually is quite surprising that the stock market is not selling off in the face of another escalating serious conflict in the Middle East. Okay, we have Dow up 26, S&P up 7, NASDAQ up 46, and Bitcoin, sometimes the canary in the coal mine. I pass it every time. Where are you, Bitcoin? There you are. Bitcoin up 89, right around flat at 104,806. All right, now we're going to get on to the deals. Welcome all new members and subscribers. Thank you so much for coming. And while you're thinking about it, a thumbs up would be very nice. I'm over on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com, and if you're buying today, let's try to find you the best possible deals. We are sponsored by No Bullion Dealers, so I'm just doing this every morning, very early in the morning, to try to find some good deals for you guys. Before we do that, the question of the day, and the question of the day is not going to be a question. I'm just going to give you, it's time for a mail call, and I received a gift from a member, and thank you very much for that. I'm going to do a quick unboxing. It'll take about 2 minutes. Just fast forward if you don't want to see that. Mail call. Well, we got a package from Matt, and let's see, I'll read it to you really quickly. Thanks, Louie, for all the time you put into your YouTube channel. Enclosed is a silver round and a half-breed silver copper in calcite. It is a Kuensaw specimen from near the Norwich mine. I wouldn't melt it. They are more valuable than the metal. If you are bored, you could pick off more of the rock to expose more metal. Keep up the great channel, Matt. P.S. Just a small token of appreciation to show my support. Thank you so much, Matt. That's very, very nice of you. And here is the package. Let me open that up and I'll give you a look at what that is. And the cat. And here we go. We've got a beautiful silver round from the Sunshine Mint. Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you so much. Which has the authentication ring in the middle if you have the super secret X-ray glasses. So that is a high quality round. Thank you very much. And I probably butchered the name of the mine, but he said this is a half-breed silver copper in calcite from the Keweenaw specimen from near the Norwich mine. And he's up in the north, so I don't know that mine, but that is really beautiful. Wow, that is very cool. That is a neat rock. But calcite, huh? Look at that. Come on, cat, give me a break, would you? I want to get a close-up of this. That is, come on. Let's see, there we go. There's a close-up on it. Oh, I wouldn't break that up. So there's silver and copper in here? Oh, wow, there's the silver traces. That is very cool. I have a lot of things, and that is something I do not have. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I'd like to see that mine. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you very much. You take care. And on to the deals. Okay, we'll start with gold. Let's just do a smattering of gold today. 1/100th gold bar, 43.97 at SD Bullion. A 1 gram gold in assay, 127 at bullion.com. You can get it out of assay for 119.75 at Hero. And don't forget the new customer deal at bullion.com for a gram of gold right around spot. All right, moving on to a 1/10th Gold Eagle. 1/10th Gold Eagle, Bullion Exchanges, $3.79. Cheaper in the slab. It's an ICG slab, so just take note of that. But that'll be authentic because it's coming from Bullion Exchanges. Good price on that. Not a good price, but the best price I can find. 1/10 Eagles are very expensive. A 1/10 gold maple, 368 at Safe Haven Metals. These are all BU unless I say otherwise. A ducat, 387, which is 0.11. Ay, 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 ay. 0.1106, a little more than a 10th ounce of gold, and right around, actually 10% more than a 10th ounce of gold, and about the same price as that gold eagle. Let's go on to a quarter ounce gold eagle. That is 900 at Safe Haven Metals. A quarter ounce Krugerrand is 877 at Bullion Exchanges. A 5-gram gold, if you're looking for metric gold, is 577 at Monument Metals in assay. $5 commemorative, a little less than a quarter ounce of gold, 821 at Bullion Exchanges. Half-ounce gold eagle is 1738 at Safe Haven Metals. Half-ounce maple is 1789 at Safe Haven Metals. A Britannia is 1774 at Hero Bullion. Not sure why there is a divergence here between American gold and foreign gold. Certainly maples and Britannias are pricier than they should be. A half-ounce Krugerrand is 1746 at Safe Haven Metals. Is there some kind of tariff story kicking in? I don't know. A 1-ounce gold eagle is going to be 3,412 at Bullion Exchanges, and we'll find some of these cheaper on eBay. We'll look for everything on eBay and try to get it cheaper with our credit cards. Okay, a Buffalo in the slab is cheaper in the slab, 3,493, as they get rid of their booby prize, which is the MS69. Don't buy 69 coins, guys, unless you're talking about a numismatic. Okay, let's just do a 1-ounce Krugerrand, and that is 3,398 at Bullion Exchanges, and that puts you right around spot. With gold being right around flat today. So before you buy that Britannia, take a good look at that Krugerrand. There ain't no difference, except the Britannia is pure gold, and the Krugerrand is not pure gold. Platinum Eagle, new player, last one sold out. Pimbex now, 1,436 for a Platinum Eagle. That tells you something. People are buying platinum. Just a random platinum coin, $13.95 at SD Bullion. And Platinum Bar is 1,357 at Bullion Exchanges. I don't buy platinum in that form typically. I have bought Platinum Eagles because they have a collector value, but the buy-sell spread on platinum is very large. If you're going to buy a lot of platinum, I recommend you do that in the paper market. Okay, let's keep going here. But Platinum Eagles have collector value. That's why I buy and sell those. A Silver Eagle this morning is going to be $41.29. In a tube of 20, $40.99 at Bullion Exchanges. And let's see, $41.29 is $273 is $4 over spot. Let's see. I think you can find better deals than that on eBay as well. Impaired are about $1 cheaper. Let's keep going here. I have made a change to my lights here. We've made a big move in silver. When it got over 35 and held, I decided that we were going higher. We have now gone higher, nearly 10%, 8 to 10% higher in silver, and gold lingering here. Digesting its big moves. Silver catching up, but, it was not probable that we bust above 35. I mean, that was a 12, 13-year high. And, is it probable we will get over resistance is it 37, 38? Let's see here. Let's go back to silver. I want to show you the long-term chart of silver. Where is it? Whoa, oh my gosh, what did I do here? Hold on. Okay, let's get a long chart of silver. And, God, that is so small. Hold on one second. I got to open this up a little bit. So you can see now there isn't a lot of resistance here, but what is this? Back from 2012. We spent a little bit of time. Let's see. There is the high at 35.70. Try to get this here. 35.73. We spent a little bit of time here below 38, and then above that it is up to 40, 43, and ultimately 50. But I would think we're going to stall out here somewhere. So just playing the probabilities, I think we're going to stall out around 38. Just guessing that 37, 50, 38, depending again on the economic releases today and what happens in the copper market and the platinum market. But we could push higher. We could certainly make a run into the 40s here. But is it probable? No, I don't think it's probable as of today. Therefore, I am on the caution category here. Silver's made a large move. It probably needs to digest that. So I probably wouldn't make any big purchases today. All right, so that's all I'm going to say about that. What do I know? Probably nothing, but you know, we are in very unusual times here. Okay, let's go on to a silver maple. Silver maple is 39.15 at Monument Metals. A kangaroo is 39.54 at Bullion Exchanges. A Britannia is 39.64 at Bullion Exchanges. A Krugerrand is 41.48. Now, that's the cheapest price I could find. What in the world is up with Krugerrands? Why would that be? Is it because of, well, maybe South Africa? There's going to be stuff going on there? I don't know. Could be something with that government. If you know, let me know. Okay, a Philharmonic is 39.50 at Bullion Exchanges. I won't even do the Libertads. They've just gotten too pricey to buy. You want to buy those when they first release at the end of the year. All right, let's keep going here. And you know about the whatchamacallit, the Army Privy Eagle. There she is. They will not take that household order limit off. I don't know why. They are not coming up for sale early in the morning, anytime I can see. And looks like they're going to play games with this one. And I doubt they sold the full 100,000. So they will come back eventually, unless they cap the product limit at 50,000 or something, which I don't really expect them to do. Yeah, what's up with that? Well, you want to get as many of those as you can, and if you got it, you want to hold on to it. All right, and Superman, I think, is a boondoggle. It's unlimited mintage, and the price is too high. Costco this morning. Let's do Costco and see if they have done anything different. Silver bar still $3.99. The Gold Eagle $35.29. As is the Buffalo. Always get the Buffalo over the Eagle. RACU10 does not work for precious metals. And what else we got? Anything interesting here? We got the Gold bar $34.69. So yeah, I'd probably get the Gold bar. That's going to be close to 3,300. Let's see, 4% off, 2% Executive Club rebate if you have that, 2% rebate credit card if you have one of those. 4% off on that would be about $140. Oh, you'd be right around 3,300 on this PAMP Gold bar here, and spot is 3,300, and gold is at 33.85. You'd be $80 under spot if you pick up that Costco deal, and that may be the way to buy gold here. In terms of gold, I'm changing my target here a little bit. I think it could bounce at 33.50, and I do not expect, you know, it to go a lot lower than that. Let's keep going here. If you're getting back into gold, it has stabilized and between 3,350 and 3,400 unless a big bomb goes off somewhere. Let's keep going here, and we're going to get over 2 junk in the trunk. You can get it at spot. We've been getting it much cheaper on eBay, but 2660 times face over at Hero Bullion, and I believe there are spot deals in a couple of places this morning. Moving on to silver rounds. Let's find a silver round this morning. And we will do Monument Metals 4091. Oh, man, sorry about that. Screwed that up. Where is another silver round? What happened to all my silver rounds? Let's try Golden State Mint. And they are having a hot sale, $38.48. Puts you about $1.30 over $1.40 over spot. But again, we can find silver rounds at 50 cents over spot all day long on eBay, and you may find them cheaper somewhere else. Okay, a kilo this morning is $12.29. Look at kilos fly. Boy, there was a day where I sold some really valuable kilos at a price like that, and now you can barely get a generic beat-up kilo for that price. goes to show you, selling over time, it's good to rotate your money and keep your money working for you, but sometimes it's just as effective to hold on. I have no doubt that we will see much higher silver prices, but I don't know that it will be today, this week, or this month. But it looks like silver is going to 50. That's what I think. It's certainly going into the 40s. You've got a lot of investor demand. You've got people picking up ETF. ETF inflows are picking up on silver, and it's about to do its thing. I think that GSR is going to drop. Okay, now we're on eBay to do this. If you care about eBay, and I do, because we get great deals here, and we only buy from sellers we can trust. So what do you got to lose? Actually, nothing. You actually have greater power on eBay than you do at the big dealers. When you don't like what a big dealer sent you, they often tell you to pound sand. When you say that on eBay, eBay lets you mail it back. Unless you're just trying to scam somebody. So I like eBay, and I like it when we get our 3% cash back using the PayPal credit card or the American Express Everyday Cash. Both 3% off, and this is how you score the deals if you're new here. Here's a pocket pinger for 35 bucks. Here are Silver Eagles. Let's see if we can beat 41 bucks on a Silver Eagle. Holy moly. Now some of these guys are these are off quality at $7.93, but those would be $39.80, about $38.70 out the door. You're going to have some toning on those if you like that deal. If you want a bigger deal, 2012 $7.89, same price. Here's BU. Let's see how big this dealer is. Now this person is only $190, so I would probably skip that person unless you want to take a little risk. Then we would move up to the Liberty deal for the Impaired Eagles. I do not like those. I would go a little bigger, and let's see, a little higher. And here we have a 12 feedback seller. We would skip them. Don't need to dig in. It's only 12 feedback. Here's $7.99. And this is, now here's a good example. It's 657 is enough feedback, 100% positive, says BU in the title, and they are 2021s. You got a picture of them there. Looks righteous. He does have $20 shipping, so that is going to be $820. That will put you at 41 an Eagle, about 40, a little under 40 out the door for BU Eagles. That will beat the dealer prices, but not by enough to make me really excited. Let's go on to a bigger deal. And the big dealers, Skip Liberty, 4108. So here's a good seller. A lot of feedback, great seller. As my computer glitches out here, I don't want to miss the housing starts. Hold on one second. May housing starts, 1.26 versus 1.35. The housing market is showing signs of cracking. Let me keep going here. This is going to be 41 an Eagle. That is going to be about $39.80 out the door. For a lot of 100, you would have to pay $39.80 versus, find an Eagle here, right there. $39.80 versus a lot of 100 is $40.65. You would save 85 cents a coin. Oh, here we go. So eBay beats it. Initial jobless claims, 240. They flipped off it. Hold on one second. Initial jobless claims came in at 245,000 versus 246. So that is not going to move the market. Right on target for initial jobless claims. The 10-year yield, 4.37, not moving that much. So housing starts weak for a weakening economy. Building permits weak. And initial jobless claims right on target. So I don't see anything that's going to really move the market there for now. Let's keep going. Get back to eBay. Let's find some good deals if you're buying today. If you think silver is going to defy all odds and push up through 38 and make its move into the 40s, really there's no reason it would stop at 40. It would probably just go right to the low 40s pretty darn fast. We are having dollar days. Okay, let's do the rotation. We've got silver maples, and maples $9.99. Ouchie. We got Britannia's at $9.59. This deal is still here. It has been the best deal, continues to be the best deal. It is a big seller. He's got pretty fair feedback at 99.4. The more you buy, the cheaper they get. And on our cheat sheet, $9.59 will get you... $9.59 will take you to about $37.30. Check my math on that. You'd be right around spot on sovereign silver Britannias. Okay, nothing wrong with this deal at all. If you're buying, don't go to the LCS, don't go to JM Bullion. Just pick this up and use those credit cards. If you don't have one of those credit cards, pick one of those credit cards up. You can always have one more credit card, can't you? But be sure you pay them off. Do not put anything on credit you do not intend to pay off. And I pay mine off immediately. I log right in. The rebates are great. They come within a day, a week, a month. It doesn't matter to me. And pay it off. I just pay it off. I don't even think about it. And hopefully that's how you do it. And that's how you get Maples, you get Britannia's right around spot this morning. The dealers are all like, $3 over spot and stuff. So that's a no-brainer right there. Let's keep going. All right. Well, if that doesn't impress you, let's do junk. And junk in the trunk for $10 face. I wouldn't go any smaller than $10 face. And if you believe in junk, you should be able to get it under spot. And I do believe in junk. I believe in junk so strongly here. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Britannia at spot. That is certainly true. But junk is out of favor, and if you can get it $1 under spot or $2 under spot, well, hell yeah. Those quarters look like they were tumbled or something, but may not matter to you. 25.9 times face. On this, you're going to take 80 cents off. You'll be at 25.8 times face. 25.8 times face, and check me on my math. I'm going fast here. These are already way too long. 25.8 divided by 0.715 to get the metal content in 90% puts you at 36. That puts you $1 under melt. Okay, and if silver moves to 38, then you'll be $2 under melt. If silver moves back to 36, you'll be at melt. I do not believe you can go wrong with that. The only way you can go wrong with this is buy this and expect it to go to $40 in a month, and then that doesn't happen. You get disappointed. You go to your LCS, and your LCS pays you $3 back. Okay, so don't do that. If you're buying junk, buy it for at least a year. Or don't buy it, okay? Because nobody else wants it right now, and I want you to be the one that wants it, but only if you're buying for a mid to long-term hold. So that was great. The bigger lots have actually been more expensive lately. We don't want the holes, the slicks, the culls. We want a $100 bag of dimes, 27.25. It puts you about 26.5 times face. The big lots are more expensive because they're coming from the big dealers. And they're not melting it here. They're trying to sell it for right around melt, right? Because that's paying more than the refiners. The refiners have to do a lot of work to melt down, metallurgy and whatnot, melt down constitutional silver. And I'm sure they're doing it. I believe those stories, but that's why they're paying less. That's the only reason they're paying less. And at some point, there won't be that much left. All right, let's keep going here. Let's go on to, we'll skip the Carson Cities and the Peace Dollars today, but I do recommend you take a look at those for numismatics. The stock market, we got the Dow up 38. We got Bitcoin still down. And okay, let's go on to a kilo. A kilo is 1,239, about 1,200 out the door for a Pony Express bar right there. Can we find anything cool, anything neat, anything nice? Now, you saw my my video about how the buy prices are coming up at bullion exchanges. Yeah, man, $1.25 back is all they're taking from you to trade these out. Even kilos and 100-ounce bars. Here's a Sunshine Mint kilo. That's a remake. Okay, don't think that's the old trapezoidal bar. And well, nothing really striking my fancy. Perth Mint. Perth Mint, kilo, 1,300. I wouldn't pay that much. So kilos, they're cheaper than the dealer. Let's keep going here. Bar of the day is a Sunshine Mint. Now here's an authentic Sunshine Mint 10-ounce bar with the serial numbers, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape from 1982. And they made a lot of these, but you don't see them come up for sale at $400 that often, $8 shipping. And it's a good seller with good feedback, and you should add that to your vintage bar collection right now. Anybody who's looking to buy vintage silver. $3 over spot. Actually, that would be more like $2 over spot after your 3% rebate. So somebody that doesn't have horrible sales tax rules like me, pick that up and add that to your vintage bar collection. That is a righteous bar, and it's really cheap. Here's a Kilo Kook, and Kilo Kook going for $12.99 this morning. Moving up to 1 ounce rounds, how cheap can they get? $38.63, about $37.50 after rebates, about 40 cents over spot. Let's go on to a small lot, and the small lots are going for $38.40, $37.40, about 40 cents over spot, even for a small lot. Those are secondary rounds. Pay a little more for the brand new ones. Let's move on to 100-ounce bars. Okay, here's a Johnson Matthey 100-ounce bars, $38.15, about $3,700 out the door. That is right around spot. Let's check the seller on this. It's a big seller, great feedback, free shipping. Johnson Matthey bar. Ooh, bubbles on the back. I like that. I don't know that that's particularly old, although it is an A code. It's awfully shiny if that's an old bar. Look at that bubble back. I don't know if that's a good bar or not. Let's see what it says down here. Canada? I just don't know offhand. That's a nice bar for the money, huh? If you're buying silver today, let's keep going and get onto the gold, huh? Let's just get to it. We got 1 gram gold as cheap as 122. There's going to be, free shipping. Hey, sweetie pie. My cat's yelling at me. I think she's hungry. We got 1 gram at 122. Not too bad. It is free shipping. Big seller, good feedback, 122. And then on this, you take 3% off. $4 off, put you 118 on a 1 gram bar. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Cheapest price I've seen on 1 gram on eBay for a while. Okay, let's go up to random 1/10 gold. And cheapest random 1/10 gold is $360. And those may be circulated, but $360 and then minus $10, about $350 for 1/10 gold right there. Let's do a 1/10 gold eagle, and you got to pay up for them, unfortunately. 1/10 gold eagle, that one does not say BU. $388 for a BU, $10 off, $378. That may beat the dealers. Let's go on to 1/4 ounce gold, something random and really neat. And here we got Guinea, a Krugerrand. Right there. You get a Krugerrand for $8.99. On that one, $30 off. It puts you at about $8.70 out the door on a 1/4 ounce Krugerrand. Compare that to the prices above from the big dealers and see what's cheaper. Let's move on to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. 1/4 ounce gold eagle, $9.21 minus $30, about $8.90 out the door for a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Let's look at 1/2 ounce gold maple. And what do we got here? 1,806, random date, does not say BU. Let's check into that. That's quite a bit cheaper than the others. And is it circulated? It is circulated. Okay, that's a circulated maple. That's probably okay that it's circulated. They got a bunch of them. It's 1806. On this one, you'll take $55 off, and you would be at about 1750 on a 1/2 ounce gold maple. That bears checking, doesn't it? 1750 on a 1/2 ounce gold maple. This is what I do when I'm buying. I check it to my lowest price. 1/2 ounce gold maple, 1750, and these are going for 1789. You're going to save $40 a coin, but this is BU. So if you're looking for impaired, do I have an impaired here? I don't tend to track the impaireds, but that's a pretty good price on a gold maple there, and you may want to consider that one right there. Okay, let's keep moving here. 1 ounce gold eagle. Haven't been doing all that great on the gold eagles lately, but let's see what we can find. 35.34 is too cheap, and why is it so cheap? Is it circulated? It is a big seller, good feedback. And it is circulated. Here's a circulated gold eagle. How badly circulated could it be? Um, yeah, you'd have trouble complaining if it came with a scratch or something on it. 35.32, but on this one you take $100 off. Actually, you take $105 off, you'd be at 34.27. 34.27 versus gold at 3,400. $27 over spot for a gold eagle. That's a good deal. I do think gold will see 33.50 though. I'm just guessing. Of course, that's all I do every day. Take an educated guess. Can we get a good deal on a circulated buffalo? Maybe we need to go to circulated coins here. That'd be under 3,500 out the door. That'll beat the dealers as well if you're going for an upscale buffalo. And a little less than a quarter ounce of gold, 849. That guy was too small. 856 this morning. Divide by 0.241 to get the melt on that. All right, and don't forget about, well, if you're not hoarding pennies and nickels and stuff like that, you just ain't doing it right. And the nickels are the no-brainer. I mean, with copper catching a bid and nickel, I mean, here we are. We've depleted our, stockpiles of weapons for the Ukraine conflict. We're getting into a second or third conflict. And you know what happened in World War II, don't you? What happened? Where do you think war nickels came from? They came from nickel and copper being needed in warfare. So they replaced it with silver, believe it or not. I don't know if that would happen again, but I'm just saying nickel and copper are going to make you money over time. Again, just my opinion. And when you can walk into the bank and get a $100 box of nickels, which are 75% copper, 25% nickel, and they're going to be discontinuing the nickel in the future probably, or making it out of zinc, and you can get those commodities with a face value with no downside and nothing but upside over the next 10 years, for example, get your boxes of nickels. Don't go paying 2-3 cents a piece for copper pennies. Go get your nickels. Unless you're buying numismatics, and that's a whole different thing. Okay, here's some stuff in my eBay store. I'm selling a lot lately. Anyway, if you see anything there you want, ask me for a friend discount. I do rotate the stuff that I buy, and mostly I buy collector stuff because that rotates easily. The bullion, I'm selling a little bit at these prices, just a little bit, but just a fraction of my stack. And you can always ask me for a friend discount. Here's some of the bars I pour. If you're a new member, reach out to me at losinglouis@yahoo.com. Let me know what you want, and I'll fix you up with a 15-to-1 Silverworks poured bar, poured in my very own personal she shed, and I've been pouring silver for 10 years, and well, if you want to check it out, you can see some of the stuff I've poured. Okay, and here we got a precious metals verifier, very nice. A food saver, very nice for vacuum sealing that stuff that's prone to milk spot. Okay, older maples prone to milk spot. Britannia's prone to milk spot. Philharmonic's prone to milk spot. Just generic, bars are not, so you don't risk that. Buffaloes, for some reason, almost never spot, in my opinion. I don't know why that is, but proof coins prone to spotting. So get yourself a vacuum sealer for $100, guys. It's a good investment. And what is going on right now? There's the Devil Forge. If you want to take that 100-ounce bar, although I would never melt Johnson Matthey bar, but you buy it at spot, you pour it in the Devil Forge, pour it into a bucket of ice, you have got 999 shot. You can sell that shot for $3 over spot. You can hold on to that shot. Dealers will even buy that from you. I believe they have a buyback price on shot. Okay, here's the Amex card. Just got to get it. 3% cash back. Also works on Amazon. Works at the grocery store, for crying out loud. There's a card that pays for itself. Here's the PayPal card, and the distinction on this is it's 3% unlimited cash back. Okay, so you definitely want to check that out. You got to have that card for online PayPal purchases. You don't use it like at the grocery store because it's only going to be 1% cash back. You don't run a balance and pay 30% interest. And hopefully you never have to call customer service because they are absolutely awful. And if the card stops working for you, like mine did, because they flagged me in some way, then just cancel it. Get out of there, and we'll look for something new. There's a new Walmart card coming out, and I'm really optimistic about that. I don't know the details yet, but get this PayPal card and use the hell out of it until they blow it up. Because 3% cash back. Prices on eBay are not engineered for 3% cash back. Okay, that's the dealio there. That's why you're getting stuff cheaper than you can get it at the dealer, where they charge you 3% or 4% more for using credit cards. And there's the schism that we're exploiting in the market. Is there anything wrong with that? Does that make us bad people? I don't know. You tell me. I think it makes us smart people. The Quicksilver card is absolutely the bomb, and you're going to get 4% eBay kickers with this card. So what you do is you check out through PayPal. You click in through the Quicksilver card, you check out through PayPal, you get your 3%, you get a 4% kicker on something like that Precious Metals Verifier, gets 7% off. I've been doing this for years. And does not work on silver and gold, or hasn't worked for a long time. Maybe 1 out of 10 times it might work, depending on the category the stuff is in. Maybe it'll work on numismatics. I don't think it will. But anyway, if you buy anything on eBay, and I don't know why you don't, everything is cheaper on eBay than it is on Amazon. Check out this Capital One card. You're going to love that card. Okay, and picks of the day. I got to do a skippy on that. Let's move on to the salutations and commendations. Please support my work with cups of coffee. I appreciate that. Or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on an Apple device, I guess they have eliminated the join button. So go figure. They're fighting. They already steal a third of the money, right? And now, they don't want Apple to get their lion's share of the money. Anyway, you can support my work by clicking the link below. I believe that'll get you into my membership channel at $4.99 a month, or you can just buy me a cup of coffee if you want with this tab right here. Thank you for your support. It helps keep me going, and hopefully these deals keep you going. And what do we want to do in the chat room? You guys know that Thor is out, right? Some of you are buying that Thor bar to continue on with your Norse gods set, and if you can find that for $40 an ounce, you're probably doing pretty good in this market. Although, doesn't 40 sound expensive? But that's only $3 over spot. We're talking about stamps. Oh, what a heartbreak! What a heartbreak stamps have been. Man, oh man! I used to collect stamps. Just an absolute heartbreak. Okay, that tells you that, the younger generation does not value what the older generation did. That's one reason probably that pre-33 gold is, not selling as well as 999 gold. Watch out for that. If you're a collector like I've been my whole life, I've been a collector of antiques. That market fell apart. I've been a collector of, some trading cards and comic books. That market fell apart. I've never done guns, though. I'm not a gun guy. But, whatever you collect, if it's stamps or something like that, recognize that, vintage cars, I think that market is probably going to fall apart here again. It did in the great financial crisis. Just be weary of collections. What matters is cash, gold, silver. Okay, if you like Bitcoin, God bless. But tangible assets, equipment, liquor. But be wary of things with collections, man. Don't get yourself too deep and hairy into collections. Oh boy, it just you can really burn a lot of cash that way. They're talking about great deals on junk silver, and they're using some coupon codes here at GovMint, which may or may not work. Okay, if you've got the time to go through the chat room, then you're going to save some money. These guys are really, really sharp, and nobody's trying to rip you off in here. They're just sharing good information, and you may get some really good deals by getting into the chat room. The link is at the top and the bottom of my website, and just enjoy the conversations, and newbies are welcome. I guess that's it. Let's go back and see what's going on in the markets. So kind of a ho-hum morning. We got gold holding its own, down $2, 33.84. We got silver, oh, down 7 cents to 36.96. We got silver futures 37.19. Oh, 37.10 now. The drama continues. GSR 91.34. And in the stock market, got the dollar recovering a little bit. Copper still up 5 cents. That means silver is probably going to recover. A lot of people buying silver now, guys. And in the stock market, up here. Stock market at 8:54 Pacific time. Dow futures up 15, S&P up 5, NASDAQ up 33. You could definitely have a reversal today in these markets. Got the Fear Greed Index at neutral now. Man, go figure. I don't know. We'll have to watch the FOMC later today and see what happens. Thanks so much for watching. If you know somebody that needs to know how to buy silver and gold, where to buy it, share this video with them. Share it on social media. Subscribe and click the bell. And if you want to see this every day or whenever you need it. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. I'm doing the work so you don't have to. Bye.